Hi, it's Vampy. Welcome back. Today, would you believe it? I'm gonna be talking about VTubers. The thing that I've been doing and that has been taking up most of my time this past couple months. So, there's a lot of shit that goes on within the community, and I have a lot of shit to tell you about. Mostly because a lot of people within the community are fucking weird. But well, it doesn't matter. So, to begin, the most interesting, well, I guess not interesting, but like the worst thing is the very fucking weird DMs that you get from a lot of people. So, I think I should start by saying there is a certain etiquette that you should have when you're in a person's DMs, whether it be an artist, a person you ever met before, or somebody who you look up to. There is definitely an etiquette. For example, you don't just DM them saying hi. They probably won't respond. I don't respond to those anymore because if you want to talk to me, say the thing you want to say to me instead of just being like, hi. I'm not gonna answer you. I'm sorry, but like I'm gonna be real, I don't have the time to just be like, hey. I don't. And most people don't, so don't do that. As well, a lot of people have their DMs closed. I wish I did, but the number one reason why I have them open to just random, quote-unquote random people is for business, because I'm an artist and I have commissions open. So I don't want a whole bunch of random people DMing me for having conversations, because I don't have time for that. Most people don't have time for just random people wanting conversations. Especially just random people on the internet, because here's the thing, you might think that you know me, but I have no idea who you are. You're just like a stranger to me, right? Right? So coming into my DMs and thinking that you're like entitled to a conversation with me, I don't have time. I just straight up don't have time. The only reason why I have DMs open is for friends who I have time to have conversations with because I know them, or for business, which, you know, time is money. I can't wink with this model right now, but, you know, wink, 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 wink. But for real, like, I don't have time to just have, like, a bunch of random conversations on the internet with a whole bunch of people in private. That brings me into, I have certain spaces where that's appropriate that I have made for you guys. For example, comment section, you can reply to my tweets. I live stream so you can chat with me in real time. But my DMs are not that. That's not a space for people to privately talk to me. It's just not, right? So those spaces have been made available. Use them if you want. But my DMs are not that for you guys. So that's a little bit of a etiquette for DMs. Okay, to begin on the first horror story, there is this one person who I basically invited into my DMs one day because there was some drama happening. I didn't want to explain it publicly, so I was like, I'm just gonna DM you about it. And they were like, okay, sure. And I thought that would be the end of it, me explaining what happened. And I thought that would be fine, and I was just like, okay, whatever. But you won't believe it. There were a bit of a weirdo. Whoa, horror story about a bit of a weirdo. So basically what happened was they kept talking to me after I explained to them like what happened, which I didn't want to do really. I just wanted to explain what happened in private rather than publicly for, you know, obvious reasons. But they kept talking to me, and it just kept getting weirder and weirder with them, like, explaining, like, their past, like, quote-unquote controversies, and I was just like, dude, I don't know you, I don't care about you being quote-unquote problematic, I don't care. It was just fucking weird. And then they start asking me to collab, which, by the way, I don't know who this person is, right? I just invited them into my DMs to talk about one thing, and it was a weird thing. And then they started asking me to collaborate. What? But the worst part was that they just opened the invitation to collaborate with just blatantly misgendering me. It was so fucking weird. Most of the time, you only collaborate with people that you, like, know and you know you'll get along with. How can you not even know my gender, bro? If you want to collaborate, maybe know my pronouns before we collaborate. It was just so fucking weird. By the way, this is a person I met an hour ago. Of course I'm not gonna fucking collaborate with you, especially if you're just being like, your voice is so feminine. Fucking stop. And that's so fucking weird. And then they bring, I obviously say no. That would be ridiculous if I said yes. Obviously I say no. And then, as I'm streaming, for some fucking reason, they just keep spamming me, explaining again, their old controversy. And I'm just like, dude. And then they're just like, okay, well, just, like, get back to me whenever. And I'm just like, I don't think I will. This has been, like, the worst conversation that I've ever had, and I didn't even want to have this conversation with you. It was just so fucking weird. And they didn't take the hint when I was just like, I don't want to talk to you. It wasn't even a hint. It was me blatantly saying, like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And they just kept spamming me. So, if you're in anybody's DMs and you're just like, maybe I'm not getting the social cues. Maybe, just maybe. Look at them specifically saying, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't think I want to talk to you. I don't want to collab with you. I'm not answering you. I don't know who you are. Just maybe look for those signs. And then you'll have a fantastic conversation. Or lack of conversation. Second DM, kind of horror story, kind of, general thing. Do not, I swear to fucking God, do not keep pestering for somebody's Discord if they said no. Some people come into my DMs and they're just like, dude, can you give me your Discord? Can you give me your Discord? And I'm just like, no. And then they come in later, like an hour later, and they're like, are you gonna give it to me now? And I'm just like, no, I'm not. I've explained to you, I'm not going to give my Discord to anybody I don't know. And then there's just like, okay, can I have your Discord though? And it's just like, it's very uncomfortable when somebody doesn't take no for an answer. Especially when I'm just like, I only give it to people I trust. And they're like, okay, but you would give it to me though. No, I fucking wouldn't. Thank you. And then we have just random people coming into my DMs and like giving me their weird sob story where they're just like, I don't get that many viewers. I get like 3 and I'm just like, okay. And what do you want me to do? I don't know who you are. What do you want me to do? For real. I'm asking as a friend now. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Yeah, just stay out of everybody's fucking DMs with just weird shit and asking to collab when you don't know them and asking for the Discord after they said no and then asking to roleplay and shit. Like, just stop being weird in people's DMs. It's so easy. Because I am normal. I'm normal. I promise. Alright, we're gonna shift into another topic that's like similar to the DMs thing. So basically, I have experienced so many fucking weird ass commenters. So many. Constantly. It's worse than Amino somehow. I'll start with one of the ones that isn't easy to make fun of, which is, people genuinely threatening my life. For some reason. I don't know why. It gets pretty scary sometimes, but, I know that they're just like little babies on the internet, so it's totally fine by me. Just kidding, it's sometimes kind of scary. Please don't fucking threaten anybody within their comment section with death. That's fucking weird. Most recently, I posted a photo of just like my character in a bathing suit and my friend's character in a bathing suit at the beach. Wow! You would not believe the problems that caused for me with regards to people threatening mine and my friend's life. Which, Like, holy shit. Like, comments saying that they're gonna break my knees and skin me? That's never funny, bro. What the fuck? So yeah, that's pretty serious. Don't fucking threaten people's lives in their comment section. Anyways, moving on to a more funny thing. People trying to roleplay with me? What? Never in my life have I tried to roleplay with anybody. So what are you just like, ooh woo, nuzzles you and kisses you? Ooh woo? In my comments? Don't. What? Like, I don't know what it is about, you know, just having a character and just like posting art that makes people crawl out of the woodwork and be like, cuddles and nuzzles you. Ooh. But it does. I'm not having a good time. There's also, very recently, somebody in my comment section was being very racist for no reason, and I went to their profile and they're a super monkey ball role player. It's just, what? 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 And then of course you have people being like, ooh, we should collab, or like posting their character and being like, what do you think of me? Why do you like my character? We should collab sometime. And it's just like, I have no fucking clue who you are. Get out of my comments. Next, it wouldn't be a VTuber video without mentioning male VTubers, the most oppressed group within the VTuber community. That was a joke. It was a joke. So, if people aren't very clear on this, a lot of male VTubers think that they're oppressed for being male in this primarily female space, which is very strange. To begin, the vast majority of the top streamers on Twitch are all male. Men are very much celebrated within the streaming and gaming space, which I'm sure you all are aware of, because, you know, the girl gamer stereotype exists, but the guy gamer stereotype is just being a gamer. Obviously, there are some female streamers that are doing very well, but not as well as their male counterparts. I need to be very clear on that. Men are very celebrated on Twitch. They are very loved on there. Way more than women. Let's get that very straight, okay? So, then male VTubers make the case that it's about just VTubers and not streaming in general, but the main audience for VTubers is men who want to watch women. Which you would think that they would understand going into this, but I suppose they don't. But still, think that going into this, it's women's fault, actually. You know, I looked at the audience, and I still think it's women who are doing this to me. Even though the audience is male and men are celebrated within the platform, I still think it's women. It has to be. It couldn't be men, it has to be women. By the way, male VTubers still do very well on the space, they make a lot of money. But, you know, you see who's complaining on Twitter about their numbers not doing well, and then they blame women and etc. And you go to their Twitch, and it's just them playing, like, Call of Duty with 10 minutes of silence, and then them going like, oh, okay, that's cool. Or, like, slamming their keyboard down and getting fucking angry. And then another 10 minutes of silence. And you just kind of go like, I don't think you being male has anything to do with you not doing well. It's you as like a person. But I digress. This takes me into another realm of me complaining about VTubers. So, it takes me into people who think that once they're a VTuber, they should just automatically do well. They deserve it, kind of, after doing almost nothing. And this isn't just, you know, men or women. It doesn't matter who you are. You won't likely succeed if you're a boring motherfucker. Let's be real. And there's a lot of people who complain about that. The amount of people who complain about, you know, like, I only have one viewer, and they just don't talk, they don't do anything that's, like, interesting on their stream. And you could make the case where it's like, well, like, why would I be motivated to do well if nobody's watching me? But then, why would anybody watch you if you aren't interacting or doing anything, right? So, This is coming from, I'm somebody who has once streamed to only 2 viewers, which I'm still convinced was just one of my mods and me and another tab. But sometimes you literally just have to sit there and perform to no one. That's just how streaming is sometimes, and it's kind of embarrassing, but you can't stop. You have to keep going to improve, because otherwise, you know, how else are you able to succeed and improve if you just don't do it? And that means talking to yourself for hours on end. And honestly, that's why I kind of got into streaming, because I do talk to myself quite a lot. Currently, right now, you're watching this as a video, but I'm in my room talking to myself. Yeah. But yeah, I normally just talk to myself when gaming or drawing, but now I'm just broadcasting it to people. So it's basically just, I'm doing the same shit as I ever was. And it's just so strange to see people get on Twitter and complain about this constantly, where they're just like, nobody watches me. And then you go to their stream and it's just like, wow. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Like, who wants to watch that, bro? And there was this one post that I saw on Twitter, specifically about the VTuber community, where they complain about their community not loving them enough, or it's too dry, and then nobody loves them. And then you go to one of their streams, and they don't talk to their chat. They don't do anything with their community. They just play the game and, like, commentate the game without talking to their chat, and they have a pretty active chat. Like, of course your community is dry. You don't give them fucking anything to work with. You don't talk to them. What did you think would happen? It's just mind-boggling, the shit that you think, the shit that people think will, like, happen to them, where they're just like, they just assume a community will form around them without them actually doing anything. This just kind of turned into me complaining about VTuber things. I have a whole lot of other horror stories, and guarantee there will be more, because I'm still within this community. So, yeah, let me know within a comment if you would like to hear more, or, you know, within a like or something. Just let me know if you want to hear more horror stories, because Jesus fucking Christ. It is, I love this community to death, but holy shit, sometimes, like, people be crazy. But yeah, let me know if you like this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I basically answer every single comment. I love talking to you guys within the comment section. Don't DM me, please, unless you're talking about commissioning me. But yeah, I love talking to you guys in the comments. It's always so fun. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Give your kiss a dad. I meant to say give your dad a kiss on the mouth for me.